Turn it down.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday and welcome to Talk with
Guys,
the Doc. The lovely Jill is also on, so if you have questions, you can put them in the chat box and all that, and Jill will field those because frankly, I'm not gifted enough to check the chat box and do the webinar at the same time. So we're going to talk today a little bit about COVID-19, but really some stuff that's generalizable to any viral infection and kind of what happens in the body and ways we can support our body to help that process not cause us as much difficulty. I can try and word that more difficult. I think I did a good job already though. So I'm going to switch over, I'm going to share my screen and switch over to a PowerPoint. I'm going to do it the way I know how to do it so I don't mess it up. All righty. So you're going to hear me say this word inflammasomes, which is a word I actually didn't know totally existed. It makes sense. It's inflammation kind of encapsulated in a little thing, like a little bag, if you will. And we're going to talk about a couple different NRF pathways and why they're important with inflammasomes. And I'm going to show you some pictures, which are, you know, biochemistry pictures, because I'm a nerd and that's what I do. So this is ugly. But what I want you to see is what they call a double-edged sword of the NLRP3. I don't know what that stands for. Inflammasome. So what happens is there's different signals that happen, right? And one signal is getting a virus itself. So this virus triggers different pathways. And I always lose my cursor when I do this. So, yeah. So in the picture, let's just make the picture bigger. How about that? So the virus triggers a whole bunch of steps. And this is, if you've been on other webinars and I talk about cell signaling, it's basically what this is. Or you can think of it as A plus B equals C. You know, you go down a path. So cell signaling. So the virus attaches to the cell and then causes a bunch of things to happen inside that cell. And then the second step is what's triggered by all those stimuli causes damage, metabolic imbalances, all these other things. But there's a couple things I want you to pay attention to. This kind of pink spiky thing that says ROS, that means reactive oxygen species or oxidative stress. And this one over here labeled C, mitochondrial injury. So these are things that happen when this NLRP3 inflammasome is triggered by a virus. In COVID-19, what this means is you may have heard about the cytokine storm that happens in our lungs with COVID-19. That can happen. It doesn't happen to everybody. That can happen in our lungs with COVID-19, and that is what happens through this pathway, through all this triggering. And what happens is reactive oxygen species or oxidative stress builds up, mitochondrial injury builds up, and it causes all these things to happen in a way our body gets overwhelmed. So what I find interesting about this is there are two main pathways that help support our body to fight mitochondrial injury as well as oxidative stress. And you've heard me talk about these pathways before, NRF1 and NRF2. I love these pathways. I kind of love cellular pathways and biochemistry anyway, because again, nerd alert. But we have great ways to support these pathways. I am not saying it kills, treats, prevents, mitigates the virus. I'm just saying it supports your cellular functions. So let's talk about them a little. So this is NRF2, or NRF2. We call it all kinds of things. But you see, like exercise can induce reactive oxygen species or this oxidative stress. And exercise is good for us, but it still can cause stress. But if those lovely running figures, pretend they're the virus or some other insult, toxins, causing that reactive oxygen species, that oxidative stress to happen. It does trigger the NRF2 pathway because your body wants to protect itself, which is good, right? And it goes through, so this is a cell, the blue is the cell, this peach color is the nucleus. So when that pathway is activated, it talks to your DNA in your nucleus, and it pumps out antioxidants. It upregulates gene expression for antioxidant enzymes. So you start making more antioxidant enzymes, and that's what kicks down your oxidative stress. So again, it's a signaling pathway that is triggered, and then this NRF2 pathway goes, oh, we need more antioxidant enzymes, and it kicks that out. Now, nutrigenomics and biohacking can do that too. So what you eat, certain supplements you take can do this too. We know things like curcumin, green tea, milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha. I said curcumin already, I think, turmeric. A bunch of other things, resveratrol, anything you know of an antioxidant. Vitamin C can do things to help oxidative stress, but not all of them can help activate the pathway to produce more antioxidant enzymes. And enzymes work so much better than just taking a tablet of vitamin C. I'm not saying you shouldn't take vitamin C. Vitamin C is a great adjunct, but activating your enzymes is what we really want to do, because they can actually knock down oxidative stress in a measurable, significant way. And it's been studied. And if you want more on the studies, we can send you links to those, because it's very interesting. So these are some of the things that activate that NRF2 pathway, especially when they're combined in a single formula. So in fact, the Institute on Aging did a study on these individually and some other things as well, and compared them to a formula with all of these in it. The formula worked 18 times better, or 180% better than taking them individually. So what's interesting to me is how a virus and other things can create this oxidative stress and mitochondrial damage. Our body already knows how to deal with that, but it can get overwhelmed. So if we help our body support that pathway, we have a better chance of withstanding all these insults. So the one that's been studied the most is PROTANDIM NRF2. It's a combination of those 5 herbs, the turmeric, the milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. So turmeric, bacopa, and ashwagandha are basically Eastern herbs from India mostly. Milk thistle is more of a Western herb. Green tea, obviously, we first got green tea from China, right? It's also an Eastern herb, but it's very, very popular in the US. So what they found was this formula, PROTANDIM NRF2, can lower oxidative stress on average by 40% in 30 days. Vitamin C alone cannot do that. Green tea alone can't do that. And it supports the natural cellular repair and rejuvenation processes. So it was also shown to increase the lifespan of male mice. We are not mice, but we can't do that same study in humans because we live too long. Mice are easy to study. But very interesting given what's going on in society, right? If we can help decrease oxidative stress, reactive oxygen species, which are really involved in creating the cytokine storm, wouldn't that be interesting? So for the NRF1 pathway, and the NRF2 pathway is involved in this a little bit too, you see, this is a little more complicated, but again, it's a cell signal. So it comes into the cell, goes into your nucleus, activates things to be produced. And one of the things to be produced is called TFAM. And TFAM helps with mitochondrial DNA replication and transcription. So what that means is it's helping lay the groundwork for making new mitochondria. And so if we remember from high school biology, what is a mitochondria? Why do we care? It's our energy factory. They are our energy factories within each and every one of our cells. And they carry their own DNA, which is really cool. So what the NRF1 and to some degree the NRF2 pathway help with is building that DNA to make new mitochondria, help repair damaged mitochondria. So involved with energy. When you don't feel good, you often feel tired and fatigued. So you want a little bit more energy. Or after a workout, you want to be able to, you know, come back and have good energy. Well, not just after the workout, before your workout, right? And we find that healthy mitochondria not only help with your bringing your energy up, but they also help with your sleep. It's a balance. The body likes balance. So the same company, LifeVantage, formulated PROTANDIM NRF1 to activate the NRF1 pathway. Again, things you've heard of before. Alpha lipoic acid, CoQ10, grape extract, you know, sometimes grape extract we call resveratrol, which is a very specific grape extract. Quercetin, you may or may not have heard of, and acetyl L-carnitine. So all of the, and it used to have rhodiola in it. They substituted the rhodiola with the acyl L-carnitine for a couple of reasons. One, the acyl L-carnitine works better. Two, rhodiola was under a lot of environmental pressure. So to be more environmentally sound and ended up with a better ingredient, they switched to acyl L-carnitine. But what we see by activating this pathway is that improved mitochondrial function. So these things combined, when you look back at this slide and how a virus can affect these pathways, it's a no-brainer to me. I want my NRF1 and 2 pathways to have some support. I can't say that either of these supplements prevent, cure, mitigate, treat, do anything for a virus, but we do have studies that show that they help those pathways. So it's quick and dirty today. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about. If you're interested in these supplements, you can go to sciencelives.lifevantage.com. You can call us at the clinic, 970-628-1624. You can always email us. You can always peruse the website. I have some more information on these on the website. But it was just a fascinating part of what's landing some people in the ICU with this whole cytokine storm because of the, I'm going to mess it up again, the NLRP3 inflammasome. Let's just say inflammasomes. So inflammation containing bags of products that that the virus stimulates the production of and causes damage. So these two connections were very interesting to me with what's going on and in life in general, even for the common cold, which is a virus, you know, regular old influenza, pneumonia, all these things that are, well, viral pneumonia, you can have bacterial pneumonia as well, but all of these insults, and even, you know, maybe you're a high-end athlete and you're training a lot. Anything that can help with that kind of recovery pathway can make us feel much better and help our bodies function. And it's a cellular pathway. So it's not just a subset of cells in your body, it's every single cell in your body that has these same pathways, has mitochondria, and this support can be helpful for. So I thought this was, you know, a nice, easy thing to talk about today. It might be easier for me because some of the words I'm more familiar with, and I'm the biochem nerd sometimes. But But if you have questions, please let us know. If you're interested in anything we talked about, give us a call, give us an email. You can also contact us through the website. This will be posted to our YouTube channel. We'll link to it on Facebook, so you can always contact us through Facebook as well. Yeah, and stay safe out there, stay well, and if we can help you in any way, let us know. Jill, did you have anything you'd want to share?
I think you pretty much covered it. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I don't even know if I could have said it myself.
We can practice. Inflammasome.
Well, inflammasome, yes, but all of that stuff that you were able to link together so eloquently. All I can say is that I have been taking the LifeVantage supplements for quite some time and have seen an improvement in my health. So
yeah,
get a hold of us if you want more information. And I have some loved ones that are activating their NRF1 and 2 pathways right now to help bolster their health as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I recommend this to the majority of our patients, friends, family. Yeah, pretty much everyone. So,
and not just for what's going on right now, but for maintenance of health. So
if we keep ourselves happy and healthy, our life is better. Our longevity improves.
Love yourself.
Yeah, love yourselves, love yourself. It's on our t-shirts, and this is one of the reasons why. If we take care of ourselves, we're taking care of ourselves. And it doesn't have to be a big complicated thing. It can just be a couple of supplements a day. So, and of course a good diet is always good and exercise is always good, but we can take baby steps. We can do it however it fits into your life. So, because we want to ultimately give you help support you in obtaining optimal health, longevity, however you want to determine that. And my big thing is quality of life. If we can have excellent quality of life, then yeah, we might want to hang out a few more years. So feel good, love yourselves, love yourself, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.